Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa nasta'inu wa nastaghfiruh. Before I begin, I'd really just like to say that it's really an honor to be on here, and I hope that everyone can really benefit from this. My talk today really specifies on purification of the heart, purification of the soul, and it's really a marvelous thing. You know, when you look at people, usually you can see how they make their decisions, and you'll notice that around 70% of people will make their decisions based on their emotions, right? They'll want to do it. This is more of a desire type thing. So they will be led by their desires. They'll be led by how it feels, why they feel this, and led by these kind of things rather than logically or rationally thinking about what the proper solution is. So the question you might ask yourself is, how does one make a proper decision, right? How does one make this decision that is not based on their whims, not based on their desires, not based on this dunya and things like that, right? Not based on these earthly desires. What will really benefit me? What will really put me into the proper places where I want to be in the hereafter, inshallah. Now, I've done some reading and I've done some research, and the whole reason I'm making this video really is just to really go into the detail and really stress what exactly will be your benefit and what to do. So the first thing you really need to do, inshallah, is you need to stop sinning. Okay, this is the most critical thing you can do. You need to stop sinning. Whether you have a boyfriend, whether you have a girlfriend, whether you're smoking, whether you're not praying on time, you stop the major things, okay? You stop these things. Once you stop these things, then basically you have purified your heart in the sense that it's now clean. So rather than making these decisions based on a heart that is, continuously being attracted to this dunya, rather than always making a decision because it feels better for you, now you've basically eliminated the bad. Okay, so you're not really going to the evil, you're staying away from that. So now what you do is you have this heart that's basically pure. You have this heart that basically doesn't separate right and wrong. It doesn't have this understanding of what right and wrong is. Okay, you just have this clean heart. And I believe it's hadith that the heart basically is a white, a clean piece of flesh. And the more sins you commit, the more black dots appear on your heart. And the more and more sins you do, the more and more black dots you'll have on your heart. So as you continuously sin, more and more black dots come on your heart and it becomes covered and sealed in this black. However, the more and more repentance you do, the more and more, tawbah, the more and more, remembrance of Allah you do, slowly, inshallah, God will give you the ability to soften your heart, to purify this heart and make it clean and white rather than covered in black. Inshallah, we ask Allah that we can do this. Now, the second phase now, of course, is how do we really purify? What is the next step? So we've stopped sinning, and now what the next step is. And the next step is so simple and so easy, and even when I tell it to you, you'll say, Brother Tariq, that makes perfect sense. And this is what it is. Now, where we are taught what the morals are according to the people here, right? So although in Islam we understand that we are allowed to have 4 wives, right? Men are allowed to have 4 wives. Many of us may sometimes say that's not fair. You know what I mean? Like, why can men have 4 wives and women can't? Maybe is a question, or it's not fair. A woman should have only 1 wife and a husband should only have 1 wife, or whatever it may be, right? And that's because society has basically taught us our morale, right? And we all can agree that the Creator knows what is perfect and what is best, and we are just His followers. So if we instill in ourselves this proper understanding of what right and wrong is, what is loved and what is unloved, according to what Allah has given us, then surely you can see how this will impact our life. Now once you have this very simple understanding where we understand basically the Quran, we need to go and learn a little bit more. So we have to increase our knowledge. So what we do, we have to learn the hadith, right? And we have to learn the seerah, right? And why do we need to learn the seerah? Why do we need to know the story and the life of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? We need to know this for the simple reason, okay, that the tafsir came, right, that the hadith came, and the Quran came, right? And these are all facts, and these are all God's words, and there's no question about this. But how do we implement this? How do we know what to do in these situations? And that's why we have the seerah. Alhamdulillah, we actually have a living example that we can just read to and say, this is what the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam did in this example, and we can go from there. So it's very simple in that case. So inshallah, the reason for all these things is because I am one to believe that it's not important to have a great deal of knowledge, right? And I'm not saying you shouldn't have knowledge, but the most important thing is not knowledge. The most important thing is not sincerity. The most important thing is not what everybody perceives the most important thing to be. The most important thing is wisdom. Because when you see something wrong, you could have a lot of knowledge, but the way you go about it, could really impact the individual. And the best example always is when a brother or a sister goes into the mosque, sister's not wearing hijab, quote unquote, properly, and someone gives her a hard time, and then this sister, which was trying to get closer to Allah, is now being put a barrier around her, being pushed away because people are treating her badly. Right? Although these people might have the proper intention, and they might actually be 100% correct, it is that lacking of wisdom, right, that is putting Islam in the place where it is today. If we were all living according to the Quran, living all according to Hadith, and living the way the Prophet Muhammad lived, there is no way on earth we would be the way we are right now. So inshallah, I leave you with this, and the main thing to conclude with is we need to read the Quran. We need to make our love the same love Allah has. And inshallah, we are all given this opportunity, inshallah, and that Allah will bless us with the ability to do these things. أقول هذا واستغفر الله لكم واستغفر الله العظيم.